Let's go get some barbecue. 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 You can't have no barbecue. Let's go get some barbecue.
Welcome back to Foxtrot Plays God of War Ragnarok. If I can maintain my voice for more than 2 seconds. Better. Alright. We're here with Doug. And we will be following someone who has a much more gravelly voice than me. Kratos. As he saves the environment.
Yeah, I saw the video title.
He does have a more gravelly voice than me.
Fucking push. Oh, damn it, I cursed. In the first minute, that stupid piece of food.
Not even 2 minutes in.
It's the food. It's the piece of food I have stuck in my mouth.
Watch, you're gonna have to go bleep yourself just to be like, okay, it didn't happen.
Well, I can. I mean, I could just take this through Premiere and then just bleep out the thing. But what sucks is, like, if I don't get this piece of food out of my mouth, because tonight I gotta teach like those Chinese kids how to Python code, and I'm just like, and here all Billy Jones is like, I'm just getting this food stuck out of my teeth.
Yeah, that will be very off-putting. And if anybody has one of those kind of things where it bugs them, they're probably just gonna keep bringing it up too.
Oh, you think that's weird? One of my students,
that we could swing across that lift thing. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, he's already way ahead of you there, like sport. She's an adorable little ragamuffin. Not the one who drew me, though she's still adorable. It was the one I got out of to get out of her to get out of her shell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was all like, so she was following me around. You know how kids like do that ninja thing where they like follow you and you don't notice until like you finally do.
Yeah, they basically just shadow you constantly.
Yeah, that's what she was doing. She did that like 3 times. And she was timing it every single time, and I'm just all like, okay. But then, like, we were talking, like, during, like, break, relax time, and she's telling me, like, she's like, how come you don't like sweet stuff anymore? I'm like, I just flushed it out of my system. What was your favorite? I'm just like, oh, you know, I like Starburst, I did Reese's. She's like, I hate Reese's. You're my enemy now. I have a lot of enemies. You're not me. Yeah.
She's already prepared. What the heck? Girl's like, I already have a lot of it. Why? What have you been doing?
If it'll make you feel better, Trius, that's your own fault for not for not getting away. Like by the end of the day, like parents are picking up the kids and stuff like that. She comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, Doug, I know you said you flushed sweets down this toilet, down out of your system, but do you want these stuff? Like, I have a Reese's for you if you like." And I'm like, "Oh, you adorable, diabolical genius!" Yeah.
I must have the Reese's.
Yeah, I was just like, "You diabolical genius." Yeah.
I can see that. That's hard to sit there and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell you no." Like, no, you can't. Tell them no like that.
I took it off of her, and then I was just all like, I went to one of the coworkers who has friction with me, and I don't know why. I was just like, here, you take it. Or rather, she's not my coworker. I'm essentially her boss. No, I'm essentially her boss. Yeah, I'm just like, hey, do you want this thing? I don't want it. She's like, okay. I'm like, it's Reese's. I can't eat it. Yeah, I ain't.
Either way, that's still fair for the kids' purposes. She's like, yay, so still works.
I don't know why I can't eat sweets anymore. It's the weirdest thing. I eat it. I eat it like instantaneously. Like it tastes grody.
Maybe it's just too many sweets when I was a kid.
I guess that's got to be the only explanation. In all honesty,
That's kind of why me and specifically Butterfinger don't get along.
oh really? Too much of
Like
it?
to the point that like the smell of Butterfinger itself makes me nauseous. But I know when I was really young, I would just like gorge on them ridiculously. So I think it just eventually my body was like, no more for you.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. It's
Ever again. And
Yeah,
it's just
Ride
bad.
the horse and shut these rigs off themselves.
Yeah. It's the weirdest fuck. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah, I know you are.
I thought it was a peanut butter thing, but I still like peanut butter and all other things. So it's just specifically how Butterfingers are and that smell that I'm just like, nope. Body can't do it.
It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame where we kill our favorite foods ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's why they do try to tell you like moderation. You love something, you don't just gorge because eventually your body's gonna be like, nah, I don't need no more of that. You gave me enough for a life. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, don't worry, Captain. If what they say is true, by 2050 there won't be the chocolate situation is going to be so scarce.
And at this point, I wouldn't be surprised because
Yeah, rising sea levels.
everything's becoming scarce at this point.
Mm-hmm. Wait, Lemire, you can't read that.
I mean, he can, but he's not gonna tell.
Fucking dick.
And then, well, to be fair, Atreus does the same thing. Because before, earlier in the game, when I didn't have a mirror, Atreus could read. And he'd just be like, oh, that's interesting. New lore pop up. And you're like, what? Any other time you want to just rattle on in lore when we're traveling, not when I'm reading things?
Dick.
It is a weird thing in design that I noticed. Because if you go have them read stuff, they don't tell you what it says. You have to go look in their menu to be like, oh, it says this. But when you're literally just traveling through the world, they're telling you other Norse lore. So you're like, why can't you just tell me what you read then?
Yeah, just cut the middleman
It
out.
seems a little weird to skip that step and make me have to go look it up when you're gonna tell me all the stuff that isn't written.
Yeah, right? What the fuck?
But yeah, that's everybody knows nobody's in God of War to hide around in the lore menus anyway. You do that after you beat the game like 8 times, and you're finally like, hey, what's the deal with this character?
Yeah,
And
okay.
then you finally go look in the character file.
Yeah, okay, cards on the table, I never beat God of War 4.
Okay.
I made it to the dragon boss. I know what happens because I was just all like, man, I'm bored with this game. I'm just gonna look up the cutscenes on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I beat it, but not on my copy.
Oh, okay.
So I still technically have to go through it if I want my PlayStation to be like, hey, you have trophies for it. So, but the one thing I'm not going through ever on the first one are dealing with those fucking Valkyries. They can rock hell.
Yeah, those Valkyries were annoying.
I'm not that dedicated of a completionist. I can abandon that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Don't need those trophies.
Yeah, dude.
Don't need those perks.
Like I said, I'm the same way with Mario Odyssey, because like I have all but 2 moons, and the moons that I refuse to complete are the one in New Donk City where you have to jump rope 100 times, and the one in, I believe it's Seaside Kingdom, where you have to volleyball 100 times. It is so obnoxiously boring. I'm like, this isn't Mario. This is not Mario. I refuse to do this 100 times. I got better things to do. I don't care if I don't get the golden, if the ship if I don't get the golden ship or the Bowser EX fight. That is not worth it.
They should have at least made it like 100 times cumulative. Like, over some point you've done it 100 times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, that I can get behind. But like, my God, was it boring, Captain?
Oh no, there's many a game that there's certain grinds that I was just like, nah, I'm good. I mean, the sad thing, Darksiders 2, I did like playing, but to have to try and grind and get everything out of it, you eventually are just kind of like, I'm tired of running down this hallway
It wasn't so hard.
for the 86th time.
It's weird how Darksiders just doesn't have like a core of its own. Like the first Darksiders was they took lots of Legend of Zelda notes. Second one was grind-a-thon-tastic.
Because they got weird, because the first one was Legend of Zelda notes. The second one, they kind of wanted to lean almost like, hey, we're going to be a looter. But since you can't be a shooter, it's just a looter with the Horseman of the Apocalypse. And you can tell they were trying to do that because the multiplayers were getting big, and they saw people were like, ooh, we like this. So they thought that's what the big thing was. But, you know, without actually being able to be like, hey, maybe you can have people pop into the game as the other horsemen? No? Then this loot doesn't matter. So it basically didn't do it. And then you get to the third one, which was like, we're going to try and go back to the first one, but we're going to give you an overly angry character who has a good story arc, but her sense of control is very precise, to where if you don't master how to play her perfectly, you can't play this game.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that's
And then fourth game, Genesis, I haven't played. I technically haven't. But it's completely different because it basically goes isometric. Top-down shooter style.
Okay, so
it is across the board.
I don't think I played Darksiders 2. I haven't, because it was free on the Epic Games Store. I heard it was looty AF, like it was a long grind-a-thon. But,
yeah, that's one of the ones that I refuse to grind to completion for every trophy.
But I've never played
stuff you would need to do and keep getting loot and getting more loot and more. No. For no real purpose, no.
Yeah, I heard, like, I haven't played Darksiders 3, but for the record, I heard it's the best of the bunch so far.
It is. Because technically I'm off and on, popping in and out of it. Because it is pretty hefty in its size officially, so it's not like I'm gonna just beat it tonight. You're gonna put some work. But it is very more demanding in terms of the combat system than either of those. Because other ones before, you can kind of button smash, and every so often you can be like, oh, I'm gonna do a combo and make it look fancy and like that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 3, no. She uses whip attacks in the beginning. And most of those are still close range whip attacks. So you have to space the button presses properly, or she won't do her combo. So you have to pay attention to how she moves, to pay attention to her timing. A lot of enemies in the beginning of the game, you fucking have to master dodge. You don't have a choice. You have to master dodge so that you can get countered. Because some of them are already so tanky, it doesn't matter. I power leveled up and found something just randomly on the side whooping my ass. And I'm like, what the fuck? I am like 10 levels above what I'm supposed to be.
Wow, okay. Well,
the only thing that it was, oh, you have to dodge count. That's why. It'll only accept that damage as like the prime damage to knock it out of what it's doing and let you combo. So if you don't master, you're not gonna beat it.
Well, I was gonna ask, because like, Darksiders 3 is completely open world, right? You can just go anywhere in that place or something?
Open world? Yeah. Yeah, I could say, compared to what like, open world games would be right now, but for its point, yeah. Because it still has the hub world, you can still travel through there, you can still run and see Volgrim's little teleport things. But yeah, everything's a little more interconnected to where, unless it's like a specifically different realm, you could run from one area to another. But there are some areas that you would have to pop out of the realm like or not. Like, when you go to hell. Like, because you'll be on Earth realm sometimes, you'll be on hell. I'm assuming at some point I'm going to be somewhere dealing with the angels. So, but for other parts, yeah, there's a ton amount of area for you to just run around, explore, find things.
Mm-hmm.
Enemies, they respawn, but not so frequently that it would be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can be gone for a while and they'll come back. But if you're standing there, they're not going to just like keep coming back over and over again in like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the right balance of it. That you clear an area, leave it. If you've been gone for a while and come back through, they'll be there. But if you like just run right back through, they're not in there.
Oh,
So
okay.
they timed it good in that, and it's not too much.
Alright.
That's about all I got for right now, because I haven't beat the main story yet. I think I've only bought 3 of the escape sins, one of which is technically, it wasn't much of a fight. It was, I hate you, go level up till you can even touch me. And then I came back, and then it was like a fight procrastinated into a later fight, because now I'm strong enough to actually be a threat. So, it's got good, interesting story. I like it, but it is a hefty game too. So it's not a quick burn through, kind of like the others. They put more effort into it still.
Okay, that's cool. I'm okay with that because like Fury has anger issues or some shit like that, right?
Oh yeah. It's from the start. It's already in the very beginning. You're just like, girl, you realize like they gave you the power you're being cocky about, right? They could just snatch it back and throw you in the volcano. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Like, calm it down, girl.
Yeah, because
but she does humble out a bit as you go.
okay. Is Mark Hamill in it?
Not that I've encountered, but that would be because I'm not sure. Because technically, no, he shouldn't be. Because this is taking place while War is captured. So if War is captured, then his Watcher must have been killed because he was killed in that game.
Okay.
So it gets wishy-washy with the timelines of when each one is where. So I have to... Because, like, Death's game takes place technically before War's, sorta. But then War's events happen in it. It's,
yeah, like, I know...
It's like... The lore is kind of just... It's good lore, but it's just scattered because everybody's games are just doing everything. So it'll retroactively fill a hole that you didn't know existed until now when it's addressed.
Oh, okay. Should we be paying attention to this plot?
I mean, right now is, side story regarding us traveling.
Oh, okay.
And this is also side mission, so it's not real plot. It's us about shutting down those mines.
Oh, that's why you're the environmentalist. Alright.
Yeah, because we're technically done when I get done with this, because there were only 3. And then we go back to main plot. So, then we have to pay attention to the story. But this is basically that time frame I was talking before, where Atreus and Mimir just basically yell lore at you, and you're like,
Hey, what other terrible things have Odin and Thor done?
Okay.
Say,
Look,
We were near the brawler. Stone Jump.
well, in terms of like side questing for Cyberpunk,
I do not care. War with Odin is not the answer.
So
even Kratos is like, look,
makes sense.
done.
We could always
Stop
stop
lore dropping.
in terms of like side questing in Cyberpunk, I got to admit, like a lot of the side quests in Cyberpunk, they're good. They put work into it. Actually, technically, in my main playthrough, I think I've done them all. Like, I killed all the cyber psychos, etc., etc. So what I was thinking of doing was completing the main side bits, because River Ward still has a thing, Judy still has a thing, etc., etc.
I saw he was still floating in your messages.
Yeah. So I'm gonna complete those side bits because here's the thing: if you go to Hanako now, at Embers, the game's basically like, this is a point of no return. You gotta finish your stuff first. Are you sure you want to do this? And you could just go and beat the final mission, get the ending. So yeah. So what I intend to do is just all the main side bits, and then maybe do some cyber psycho hunting. But like, some of the side quests that I intend to focus on is A, finding Skippy, because Skippy's a really good gun.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to continue Delamate hunting. Because once I get that Lambo or Johnny's car, there's just blah.
Blur.
Smell the smoke? There's another mining rig here.
You speak of your deeds with shame. Regret not allowing Odin to kill them.
I don't.
What? Hey, why do you want to attack Kratos?
They just hate my life.
Yeah.
They show up all the time for no reason.
Like working for Asgard.
Causing problems.
Didn't they just quit?
Oh, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? Because March is coming. March Madness is coming back. So I might just...
Oh, that is true!
Yeah. So, well, I'm gonna have to scale it back a little because, like, I can't play non-stop fighting games. I want to finish Cyberpunk and Hotel Dusk.
Yeah,
So they're gonna be on my
you can
plate.
at least filter one in to make more.
So what I'm thinking of doing is just coming back to Hellpoint and like grinding up because I want to kill Fear, that thing in the core, and I want my revenge on Uthos.
That's your PvP.
Well, I'm still gonna like telegraph to everybody that hey, I want to fight. Like I'm still gonna like say to the Hellpoint crowd, hey, I want to fight. Like join me up in the because the thing. It just sucks. It just sucks that I can't. Well, I mean, it's not just that. Like a lot of the fighting games that I play, like nobody's playing them anymore. Everybody's waiting on Fighter 6. I think Battle for the Grid is still being played, but like not as much. And I still refuse to get Guilty Gear Strive because of netcode.
To that combat arena we visited.
Yeah, because I still see it and think about it, and it's like, but is it gonna be worth it when most of the time I'm gonna not be playing because I'm not gonna be sure if I'm gonna be fully connected?
Yeah, I mean, you want to know how bad it is? There are people that still play Ultimate Marvel 3, and it's more stable than than Guilty Gear Strive or hell, even Grand Blue Fantasy still playing, and the netcode's ridiculous. Even Fighter Z.
Yeah, because even I'm in the Fighter Z one, and it technically actually is doing a lot better than it was.
It's still bad.
And that's speaking from a console side, if anything.
Yeah.
So that says a lot if they're doing better, even at that extent here.
One game I haven't bought, though I'm very much on the ropes on, it's Tekken 7. I haven't bought Tekken 7. Like I don't know why. It's just well, to be fair, I'm not that big of a Tekken fan. I'm more of a Virtua Fighter person, which is a shame
I
because
fell out back at 5, so I'm not judging you. Don't look at me. I haven't been playing since like back at 5.
yeah,
So.
I mean, because it's well. Have you seen tourneys of Tekken 7? Well, there's this one.
I said, like I fell off Tekken for a while, and I just hadn't really rushed back to it or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, like there's this one game mechanic that Namco implemented. I gotta give them props because that game mechanic's awesome. So, like, let's say both of you are like really low on health, and both of you press buttons to like attack or whatever. So what it'll do is like the camera zooms in. I think the color fades out, and it goes bullet time for just a second, and then by the end, whoever hits first is the winner. But like they do it in such a way like the time slows down. You're just like you're just like you're hoping you press the button first. Yeah.
Like, oh my god!
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I'll give that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I gotta give him props where props is due. That's a kick-ass gameplay mechanic. I wonder what because I know for a fact Namco's still working on Tekken X Street Fighter. I wonder what progress they made on that, because like it's been years since Street Fighter X Tekken.
It was done. Anything.
Yeah.
And even then, it was alright. It was okay.
I didn't play it neither. Like I heard it was good, but I'm like, it doesn't interest me.
It was okay. It was like just oh my god. It was okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm okay.
I had friends playing it. I didn't have any issues playing it, but I wasn't just like going ham in.
Yeah, no, me neither. Like I'll Fighter 5's fun. Like Fighter 5 is legit fun. I fell in love with it because one of the reasons why I fell in love with it was its aesthetic. Because that aesthetic is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Fighter 6, from what I know, like the only reason why I want to fuck with it is because apparently like you can create your own character.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that does seem a bit intriguing.
Yeah. And so how it works, you just go and they're like giving it free roaming elements, so you can train with actual fighters from Fighter 6, and then just go from there. So
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I would love Gobblecock to just roam the countryside and learn moves from I don't know. I think because I know Alex is there. Alex? No, not Alex. Who am I thinking of? Ed, and like a bunch of the characters that I fuck with in 5 are gonna be in 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good start from that then. Next time, we'll be doing actual plot relevant stuff now that mining things are done.
Cool.